Okay, here's the first pitch of the Gram-Counter Gear VLT, very light tent. All I can say is, okay, I think we have to scratch what I said beforehand. I've had another attempt at pitching it, and as you can see, I think you'll agree, done a much better job this time. The trick is, like it says in the instructions, you peg out the 5 points first, then you put the pole in, or the trekking pole, and you raise it up. Luckily mine's adjustable until you get it nice and taut, and then you look over there, nice shape, then you lock it off, because it's very important to get this at the right height. So we had a bit of wind. It's now about 3 o'clock. I went for a little kip and I was woken up by the wind. It was quite, you can see now as well, it's like gusting a little bit. I've checked the windy app and it's like gusting to about 30, and this thing's doing all right. And it's all open here as well now. Once this closes down, I'm not going to try it now because I need 2 hands to close it nicely. I'm going to muck up that zip. But looks okay. It's got 2 vents. I thought that I only had 1, but there's one up there and there's one down there. You can see. You can see now there's much more room inside as well. Easily get in there. Easily put the rucksack in there if you want, or down there as well. I've cooked as well in the porch, really easy. Plenty of space, no worries there. The only thing is, you needed a 2-way zip here. This 1-way zip's no good. But this is the cheapest tent I've ever bought, so let's see how it does.
Good morning, 7 AM. Beautiful sunrise outside. First night in the Gram-Counter Gear VLT. Quite impressed, quite impressed. There was hardly a breath of wind in the night. The morning, yes, there's some condensation in here. That's just Mother Nature. Warm air from your body meets the colder air on the tent fabric, causes water. That's the reality of life. Of course, with my Crux waterproof sleeping bag, I can just wipe that off with my sleeping bag, or you can have a microfiber cloth. Nothing to worry about. I know someone in the comments said this is going to be a condensation nightmare, or serious condensation. Well, I wouldn't use the word serious because I'm not going to drown in here. There's a bit there I've just put down, yeah. See if you do that. Yeah. That's why you have a bivvy or a waterproof sleeping bag inside a single wall tent. I'm just showing off now, so I better stop. So this is how I think you can get the best pitch with this tent. You set out 5 ground sheet guiding points first before you put the pole in the middle. So that's 1, 2. That one can be done afterwards. That's not the ground sheet. You probably need another stake here for the bottom one to pull this out like that. But I haven't brought one. I'll try and find one later in the shop and pass in the town. Get another one now. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you're looking for a nice shape, because if you don't get that shape right, when you put the middle pole in, it's like distorted, as you saw in like the first attempt to pitch it. So if that looks all even, then once you put the pole in under here, if you have an adjustable one, it's better because you can just adjust it up and look until you get it nice and tensioned up in the middle. Lock it off, job done. Also nearly forgot this little pole. There's one that goes to create the back vent, the weather protection on it. Don't forget this pole. You can pack it away with the pole already in there, but I prefer to take it out and pack it separately and then put it in before you put the pegs in at the start. Also,
The bag it comes with is perfectly fine. I haven't bothered putting it in a new Dyneema bag. It's really lightweight, nice colour and good size to fit in my side pocket of the Gossamer Gear Mariposa 60. Okay, let's have a closer look inside the tent. As you can see, the seams are all taped from the factory. I was a bit upset when I got my Lunar Solo and found out that I had to seam sew everything. Bit of do it yourself, but as you can see, this is fully taped. Even down here, I like these two pockets here because I'm sleeping this way. This is where you sleep because it's the higher end here, and you can put your stuff here easily. So normally when I'm cooking in the porch, I like to have like my stuff sacks for my cooking gear and all the other stuff close to hand, so I can, you know, keep everything neat and tidy. So I really like these. This mesh is really good. Apparently it's Scottish grade. It's the thinnest, well not thinnest, the most densest fabric to stop the infamous Scottish midge. You can see now as well, yeah, lots of space here. When this comes down, there really is a lot of space to cook. Just that zip worries me. I've got some special stuff that can be added to the zip to make it like silicone kind of stuff to make it a bit better. So I think I'll do that. You can see here there's loads of room. Look at that. You can camp, you can cook here, no problem. Only if you have to open it from there to get more ventilation. If there was a second zip up here, much better, but it doesn't come with that. Maybe they can add that later on. But I'm really liking it, getting really good at pitching it. It's very simple to pitch once you understand how to get the shape at the start correct and get this at the right height. They say you should bury that in at the ground here at the Sustainability Centre. Is too hard. I just about got my overkill groundhogs 9 inches. Probably you could do some smaller ones as well for this tent. I don't need 10, 11 of those groundhogs and carbon cores. I can make do with the smaller ones, I think, some of the sides. So to take down the tent, it's just a matter of loosening the tension, pulling it out, taking out that little pole down there, just pack it up. Okay, I'm at Alfriston campsite. This is a massive campsite. I hear really informal, can get a bit rowdy, but it's alright on a weekday. Let's have one final look at the tent. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay, I haven't tested it really high up wild camping, but there was a bit of wind up on Falcon encampment. Done really well. I'm guessing my pole, because it needs to be higher. I don't think my pole goes to the correct height. I need a longer one, but it's okay. The only problem with that, it comes in a bit there, but I can live with that. If it went a bit higher, then that would go up and that would alleviate that little problem there. But you can see I've got the thermarest in there, how much space you've got in here. Of course there is a condensation, but last night was really cold and still, and I was surprised, you know, it wasn't really bad. It was okay. And just in the morning, a little bit of mopping up with the microfiber cloth, no problem. It dries really quickly as well. I like it. Definitely like it more than the Lunar Solo in dealing with the wind, because this comes right down to the bottom. and you're nicely enclosed in there when you batten down the hatches, the wind ain't gonna disturb you. On a long distance, on a multi-week walk, you don't want to be staying awake all night because the wind is blowing in under the solo. You need to have your rest. So I don't know yet if I'm going to take this on a bigger adventure, because I haven't really, like I said, tested it high up, and it hasn't rained. Thankfully, look at that sun still blazing down. But I like it, and I'm going to keep it. 150 quid well spent, I think. Plus it's a small British company as well, if that's important to you, you know, rather than buying, you know. Anyway, I like it.